With the days getting longer and warmer, it's the perfect time to embrace the energy of the season. As the colder days come to an end, this is the ideal time to start sowing seeds and planting your garden. Today I'm going to share with you my process of sowing seeds. So first you'll want to select good quality soil. This is some soil that I've created on my own, but another good brand to use is Pro Mix. You want to basically make sure the soil is nice and fine overall. You want to remove any big twigs and things like that. Next thing you want to do is just moisten the soil. I'm going to put just a little bit of water just to kind of get it damp, not soaking wet or anything. Just makes it much easier to work with and soak in the soil. That soil is nice and damp and ready to work with. When you squeeze it, it retains shape, but it easily crumbles. It's ready to go. So for my seedling containers, I'm using this transparent seed starting tray. You can use any of them. You can find a lot with a lot more seed cells in them, just at your local grocery store and whatnot. So you just want to fill these seed trays with that pre-moistened soil, taking out any big chunks that you might run into in the way, and just kind of pack it in gently. Once you pack it in, you can tell if any of the cells need a little bit more topping off with the pre-moistened soil that you're using. And guys, you don't need to use a special seed starting mix. It's much easier because those mixes are filtered to have just the soft components of the soil. You can totally just buy a regular good quality potting mix that doesn't have a ton of big chunks of material in there. Anyways, now that I have these filled, they're ready to go. I'm going to place them on a larger tray and then we'll get to planting. Here I have a basic seed tray filled with seed starting mix. I removed one of the seed trays and I'm just filling it with water at the bottom to soak the mix. It helps if the mix is already pre-moistened. I'm letting that sit for a second so it can soak through all the cells. Here I've got my seed packets. Today I'm planning on sowing some peppers, eggplants, and some flowers. So I've got all my tools ready, and you can see that the soil is now nice and moist. First thing I'm going to do is label where I'm putting my seeds. So these are tomato seeds. I'm going to be just sprinkling a couple in each cell. And using a toothpick, I'm just making a little bit of a furrow and pushing them in, about 1/4 of an inch. After you bury the seed, tamp it down with your thumb to ensure good contact with the soil. So I'm going to just keep repeating this with all of my seeds until everything is planted. After everything is nicely planted and tamped down, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some water over the top just to let everything settle in. I have this tray now set up on a seedling heat mat and under bright grow lights. After just 6 days, it's so exciting to see that some of the seeds have started to sprout. Whether you're an experienced gardener or a beginner, this is one of the most exciting moments of gardening. My grow lights are on an automatic timer that go on for 12 hours and off for 12 hours. Overall, I'm just letting this seed tray do its thing and leaving it alone. Within about 8 days, most of my seedlings have shown signs of germination. So the seedling heating mat may dry up your cells a little bit, but it's nothing to worry about. Letting the tops of the soil dry out just a bit to a light brown color is actually helpful. It prevents things like damping off and fungus gnats. As you can see here, you can tell that the soil is a light brown color when it's just about ready to be watered. So the only way that I recommend watering these tiny seedlings in these trays and cells is by bottom watering. So I just removed one of the cells and I'm just going to pour water in to about an inch up the tray. Sometimes I'll just take the tray to the sink and fill it there. Now I'm just going to replace the tray that I removed earlier and let everything soak up the water. As you can see, after the water is soaked in, the soil again turns a nice dark brown. It's so much easier to water this way and you don't end up disrupting any of the plants or the soil. I drain the rest of the excess water from the tray and I use it to water my other plants. It's got a lot of good nutrients that were leached from the soil. Another major tip that I recommend is keeping a fan near your seedlings at all times. This gentle breeze allows the stems to get stronger and also further prevents any type of rot. So now it's about day 26 and these plants are looking really well. Outside on this day was a very overcast day, and that is perfect for the process of hardening off your seeds. Hardening off is the process of acclimating your young seedlings to outdoor conditions, including direct sunlight, hotter or colder temperatures, and wind. Hardening off your seeds is a bit of a process, and it's the next step. I'll try to cover this more in detail in another video. So that's it for today's video, guys, on sowing seeds and what my process is. If you liked the video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.